OpenAI admits it's impossible to train generative artificial intelligence without copyrighted materials. Apple tells developers not to call their AR or VR apps AR or VR apps. And Duolingo lays off contractors as it starts relying more on artificial intelligence. It's Tuesday, January 9th, and this is Engadget News. OpenAI and its biggest backer, Microsoft, are facing several lawsuits accusing them of using other people's copyrighted works without permission to train its large language models. And based on what OpenAI told the House of Lords Communications and Digital Select Committee, we might see more lawsuits against the companies in the future. The company explains that it would be impossible to train today's AI models without using copyrighted materials, and it's because copyright today covers virtually every sort of human expression, including blog posts, photographs, forum posts, scraps of software code, and government documents. It added that limiting training data to public domain books and drawings created more than a century ago might yield an interesting experiment, but would not provide AI systems that meet the needs of today's citizens. OpenAI also insisted that it complies with copyright laws when it trains its models. In a new post on its blog made in response to the New York Times lawsuit, it said the use of publicly available internet materials to train artificial intelligence falls under fair use doctrine. It admitted, however, that there is still work to be done to support and empower creators. The company talked about the ways it's allowing publishers to block the GPT bot web crawler from being able to access their websites. It also said that it's developing additional mechanisms allowing rights holders to opt out of training and that it's engaging with them to find mutually beneficial agreements. Apple's Vision Pro VR AR headset is set to go on sale February 2nd. One strange caveat Apple gave Vision OS developers is that it would rather they not use the terms AR and VR when referring to Vision Pro apps, but rather call them spatial computing apps. That's according to the developer page spotted by 9 to 5 Mac. Given that there definitely going to be AR and VR apps built for an AR VR headset, Apple may want to differentiate its own offerings so that consumers don't confuse apps for other VR AR headsets, particularly Meta's Quest 3, with its own. At the same time, Apple has used those terms extensively to describe the headset, with CEO Tim Cook calling Vision Pro an entirely new AR platform when it launched at WWDC 2023. In the same document, Apple asked developers to indicate if their spatial computing apps contain movements like quick turns or sudden changes in camera perspective. That way, the product page will show a badge to warn users. It also described the use of privacy labels and game controllers. The Apple Vision Pro headset arrives on February 2nd for $3,495, a price likely to attract only highly motivated buyers. Bloomberg reports that Duolingo has cut 10% of its contractors, instead using AI tools to handle the tasks they used to do. A company spokesperson said, "We just no longer need as many people to do the type of work some of these contractors were doing." Part of that could be attributed to artificial intelligence. The company said in November that it is using AI to create new content, such as scripts, dramatically faster. Duolingo also relies on AI to generate the voices users hear in-app. The company previously released customer-facing AI features as well. Last year, it introduced a premium tier called Duolingo Max that gives subscribers access to a chatbot that can explain why their responses were correct or incorrect. Another Max feature called Roleplay lets subscribers practice their language skills in made-up scenarios, like ordering food in a Parisian cafe. The rise of modern generative AIs over the past couple of years brought to surface society's fear of losing jobs to technology. In this case, No full-timers were affected by the job reductions, and the spokesperson said it's not a sign that it's straight up replacing its workers with artificial intelligence. A lot of the company's full-time employees and contractors are apparently using AI tools to accomplish certain tasks in their work. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and additional articles, along with extensive coverage of CES 2024 at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism by Engadget contributors Mariella Moon and Steve Dent, and was produced by a real person with a real voice at Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more from Engadget.